Good morning, everyone. Good morning, David and Karen, Dan, and Emily. Welcome. Good morning, everyone in the Gamba who I haven't said hello to already. Good morning. Hi, Nico. Hi, Rainey. Good morning. Morning, Tara. Patty. Hamit. Hi. Jessica. Hi. And good morning to everyone who's just joined us. Good morning to everyone on YouTube as well. We'll be starting momentarily.
Buen día, Ale. ¿Cómo estás?
Buenos dias. Good morning.
Sí, está nevando. Gracias, Ale. Claro, para que la venga cayendo. Así es.
Hola Ale, buenos días. ¿Cómo estás? Qué bueno.
Please turn to page 34 in the Gold Prayer Book, 34, and we'll start by chanting Shakyamuni Buddhist mantra 3 times. Te ata omune mune maha munaye soha. Te ata omune mune maha munaye soha. Te ata omune mune maha munaye soha. And now on the same page, the Medicine Buddha verse of praise and mantra. Bhagawan, with equal compassion for all, whose name when merely heard dispels the suffering of the lower realms, dispel of disease of the 3 poisons, I prostrate to Medicine Buddha, lapis light. Keyata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Keyata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Keyata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Keyata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Keyata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Keyata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Keyata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Okay, now the 4 measurables on the same page, 34, 3 times. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. And now the verse of praise and mantra for Chenrezig on page 37. 37. Not veiled by any fault, white in color, whose head a perfect Buddha crowns in light, gazing compassionately at all beings, to you, Chenrezig, all seeing one, I prostrate. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 And now the verse of praise and mantra for green Tara. It's also on that same page. Tare liberates from cyclic existence. Tutare liberates from the eight fears. Tare liberates from all sickness. I prostrate to the liberator, others. Om Tare Tu Re Soha. 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 Now the refuge in bodhicitta prayer is on page 34 in the gold prayer book, and Geshe will lead us that.
Purpose of this reciting refuge in bodhicitta prayer, whether you can follow or not, to develop positive thought, okay, intention, positive intentions, why you are here and for what. So just if it's possible, if you can think as a betterment of every living being, so that's the best form of positive intentions, or altruistic attitude, or bodhicitta. So that's the best motivations. So that's the very reason why we say this refuge in bodhicitta prayer. If you cannot follow the prayer, just think something positive, something good, wonderful for everybody. Okay. Sanje Chodan Soje Chonamla Chanju
Badudani Kapsuchi.
Dagi Chishin Jibe Sunamje
Dola
Dola
Bencher
Benja
Sangye tu Pasho.
Sanje
Chodan
Chodan
Soki
Soje
Chonamla
Chonamla
Janchu
Chanju
Badudani Kapsuchi. Dagi
Chishin
Chinyange
Jibe
Pesernamgi.
Sunamje
Dola Bencher Sangye tu Pasho.
Sanje
Chodan
Chodan
Soki
Soje
Chonamla
Chonamla
Janchu
Chanju
Badudani Kapsuchi.
Dagi
Dagi
Chishin
Chinyange
Jibe
Pesernamgi.
Sunamje
Dola Bencher Sangye tu Pasho.
파다라면은 미야지 엄마다 자진라서 취지 초라 장원장원 산제 송라 로도 시진데 위주 디다시제 담배 준이 진데 시 남아라에 가다는 다는 중에 뭐는 얘기는 누가 군진 맞아 담배 깨도 다게 취된 또 관계 도전이 손에 따와던 점 보면 담배 주는데 이제 고던 때는 Good morning. Good morning. If you are sleepy, good night. So all the people on Zoom, Patagonia, okay. Good morning, Good morning, children, translating people back in Patagonia. Good morning, all of you, and anybody watching on YouTube. And I'm looking at here, but I'm supposed to look here, but I cannot see you there. Okay. Any questions? Yeah.
Yes, Geshe-la, there's question. Hang on one second. I'm going to get it in the chat. Okay. What should be our state of mind when we dedicate merit, meaning over and above reciting the prayer? So what should be the state of mind? And there's a part 2.
Mm.
Also, what's the difference between motivation and dedication? Both are directed toward the ultimate goal of the welfare and enlightenment of all sentient beings and ourselves. But what's the difference?
Motivation, dedications.
Yes. And also, what should be our state of mind when we dedicate?
What do you think? What kind of state of mind we should have when we do spiritual practice? If you are angry, Paul, that's not good. If you are angry, that's not good. If you are irritated, Paul, that's not good. At least mind needs to be settled. If your mind is too high, you can do, you can, still you could do, but you can't do successfully. You can do spiritual practice. Your mind is too high. If your mind is too down, but that's not good. It needs to be in the, certain level. So motivation, basically, like I said, as I mentioned, something positive, like disturbing thought is considered as, according to medicine Buddha practice, is considered as a disease. So that's why physically healthy, mentally not healthy, because there are so many disturbing thoughts. That we are having so many unhealthy thoughts. That's why mentally become unhealthy. It doesn't mean crazy, but no peace in the mind, no peace. Because of the amount of disturbing thought that comes out, rise based on religion, based on politics, based on tradition, based on culture, race, unfortunately, all kind of things. So that's the last thing. Regardless, we believe in religion, not believe in religion, doesn't matter. We are all human, we all think. Last thing that we need, disturbing thought, is less disturbing thought, we will be better off, less disturbing thought. So therefore, simple prayer is not going to work. Simple belief is all like, what you call therapy. Yeah, becoming your own therapy. When you get angry, what you do, you think about the downside of anger. That's one way to subdue the anger, or think about the benefit of patience, not just talk. Just saying the patient is not going to make you become more tolerable, more patient. Patience is something that you practice, not just with belief, with reason, so that you will be much better off if you tolerate. If you bust, basically you are done. There's nothing left for you. So that's the thing. So positive motivation is the best, is the positive. best altruistic, think about. You get happiness from one person, 2 person, 3 person, because you are thinking about all their well-being. If you just think about yourself, there's nothing much comes out of here. So the best motivation, regardless, Buddhist, Christian, believer, not believer, atheist, if you think something good, you get benefit. You could be consider yourself a religious person. If you think something negative, you don't get any benefit. So that's why the positive motivation is always good. It's healthy mind is good for you. That's all. It's good for you. If something good for you, so maybe there's some positive energy has been generated by that, and other people will be benefited because you are in peace. More likely you are not going to hurt someone. There's no reason. Only reason we hurt people because you are not in peace, angry, irritated, or stressed out. So there's a good news. There's something we can do as a human. We can do. Definitely requires some discipline and some mindfulness and what is best for me. Oh, love. I want to be loved. I want to be respected. I want to take people I want people to take me as a seriously. Other person wants the same thing. Same thing. No differences. Tibetan want same thing. American want same thing. Asian, American, everybody wants same thing. So if you give what they want, you will get something. If you destroy what they want, you are not going to get something good out of that. Oh, because every moment, every second, we are all looking for something good. Nobody's looking for. Is there religion? There's no religion. That's the fact. There's no religion. That's the fact. You could ask someone, oh, you want to become Buddhist? A person might say, no, I'm not interested. If you ask that person, you want to be happy, what they are going to say? They are going to say, oh, I want to be suffering. That are hard to believe. They will say, I want to be happy. So provide something makes them happy. You get happiness. Oh. So there's no religion. That's the fact. That's the fact. So be practical, be practical. So a very good question. So that's the motivation, best form of motivation. Think big, not just for yourself. It's too narrow. It's just one. How much you get out of that? Not much. Think big. Feeling of loneliness will go away. If you think about all others, feeling of loneliness will go away because you are deeply connected. So now the second question is, how is it?
The second part was,
Motivation and dedication.
yes.
In Buddhist teachings, there's like 3 things, or 2 things is kind of important, considered as very quite important. In the very beginning, motivation, intention, I think same Tibetan is called kulong. In English, we have usually you have more words, motivation, intentions. We hardly do anything. If you thoroughly analyze throughout the day, we all do something. Moment we wake up, we do. Some people have routine, some people doesn't have routine, but we all doing something. Not just us, even the rabbit in the backyard, squirrel, the bird, everybody's doing something. These all activities motivated. Without motivation, we don't do anything. Motivate. Oh. So then now here, in this case, the motivations particularly based on spiritual practice. So in the spiritual practice, we are always trying to have the positive motivations, positive intention, positive motivations. So then whatever spiritual practice you do, meditation, reciting mantra, helping other people. So then basically you dedicate, you invest that merit or that positive energy for greater good for you in the future. In Buddhism, there's full enlightenment. You want to be completely free from all this chaos, complications, see like lot of complications, like no matter which direction you turn, we all go through complications. Having friends doesn't guarantee 100% happiness. Not having friends doesn't guarantee 100% happiness. But we have ideas. Oh, if I become like this, I'll be more happy. And there's no 100% guarantee. We see, you experience, I experience, like more than 50 plus years, half centuries, wandering, oh, maybe do this, or maybe we have, go here, maybe here, that, or maybe go to Cancun, maybe go to like Machu Picchu, go here, there, be happy. But when you get there, so excited in the bottom of the hill, trying to get up there, when you get there, you're exhausted, tired. And you are thinking, oh, maybe how I'm going to go down. Complicated, all kind of complications. So just accept whatever you get, enjoy, content, possible. It's not good to expect too much because there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee. Or finishing college, or maybe you'll be happy. There's no guarantee. Or maybe finding a job, or maybe high-paid job. No guarantee. People who have high-paid job doesn't mean they're happy. So there are a lot of them complain about their job. So no matter which direction, that's why Buddhist goal, the dedication, you are trying to invest whatever the positive energy, or in technical terms is called merit, you created by meditation. You don't want to waste that merit. You want to invest that for greater good. For Buddhism, there's like full enlightenment, means no more complications. That's the kind of lifestyle that you're hoping to achieve. Not just for yourself, so then your core intention is to help, because you experience is like kind of like tiring. It's kind of very tiring. You experience that, you did not just experience, you did total analysis, you meditate long period of time, and you realize there's a way out. We don't have to stuck, there's a way out. So you found that, then you somehow you managed to free yourself. Now you are thinking about all this being, it wouldn't be wonderful, all of this will be free from like all this complication. So that's called dedication, okay? Beginning intention, then you invest that merit for your greater good in the future, enlightenment. Oh, so that's called dedication. So you have to have something to dedicate. There's slightly different between prayer and dedications. Prayer is just wishing, just wish. Dedication, so that you create something, helping someone, talk to someone, calling someone, listening to someone, what they are going through, out of compassion. Just that act as the power of the mind cannot be underestimated. The power of mind produce something that you cannot see, it has effect, positive effect, makes people comfortable, calm, if someone is nervous all the time, it's harder to be around that. It kind of makes you nervous. So that's the kind of, whatever you call energy, whatever you power, whatever you call. So that's why the motivation and dedication is good things. No?
Thank you, Geshe. Another question came in while you were answering that one, so it ties to your answer. Are all thoughts considered disturbing? Should we try to minimize our thoughts?
Oh, that's good news. Please teach us how to minimize. Can you repeat the question?
Sure. Are all thoughts considered disturbing?
All thought, that's not, no. All thought not considered disturbing. Yeah, now the based on the context, So if you are like doing single pointed meditations, so then even like thought about giving become obstacles. If you are working for single pointed meditation, if you're trying to, okay, next 5 minutes, you look this very carefully, or it has kind of like dark color, kind of shiny, cute nose, kind of a little bit bent it, not straight. It went like this. So then look at very careful then. Trying to just see that, trying to just see this, nothing else. In that case, if you are thinking about giving, practicing patience, generally speaking, these are good things. Now in this case, it becomes obstacles because it's kind of like distract your mind from here. The goal is to just to focus here. Why? Because I want to minimize the thought, because there's like minimize the thought. That's the only way. Sometimes people say, "Oh, don't think anything." That's very hard things to do. How you're going to think nothing? Explain to me how you're going to think nothing. Maybe thinking something, maybe thinking only one thing, maybe say right now, how many thoughts you have? I'm not asking you to tell me, just ask yourself, how many thoughts you have now? How many thoughts? Just ask yourself. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Oh, so then meditate. Try to reach to the zero. Try to reach to the zero. Okay, is it possible? It is possible. It's possible. Maybe there's so many noise here, so many, how you say, so many little sound you don't hear now. Yeah, just how many thoughts, just, and then you hear, oh, that means there's less thought. That means there's less thought. Because all the surroundings become more vivid, that means less thought. Maybe hear the bird outside. That, so there's like, has a, all thoughts are not disturbing thought. All thought, they are positive thought. But that's why I'm saying the difference based on what. If you're doing single point meditations, rather except just focusing on that, and any other thought become obstacles. Even this positive thought become obstacle. You should take just one thought. Generally speaking, positive thought is not considered as the disturbing thought. It doesn't disturb you. The only two things, physical, mental, thinking something good that disturb your mind, I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay, generally speaking. Is that the question?
There's another question.
Mm.
Okay, so this one came in a couple weeks ago. Where is the line? And this is coming from like, us, not from your perspective. Where's the line for answering questions or offering advice and comfort, like from an average layperson's perspective?
Where it come from?
An average layperson. Where's the line for answering questions about Buddhism or offering advice and comfort?
I think everybody can do, but make sure you don't make things up. If you make things up, probably that's not good. Always tell the truth. Don't look at people's face or what they like to hear. Not good. So like long term is not good. Long term is not good. Always need to tell the truth. They have wisdom. They are smart. They will sooner or later they will find out. If you just say something, make them just like intention should not be about you, or maybe how well they are going to receive me. That's not important. What is important is that make sure that whatever you say, make sure that you have compassion, motivation, that your whole idea of being here to benefit. Nothing else, nothing else. People receive you well or not well, There's kinds of complicated things. It's about related to karma. You can force people to accept you or like take you, take you, huh? Seriously, yeah, take you well received. How you say? You can make people like you. That's not going to work. So this is just extra stress. You just develop it. We just sit here, all of us, with positive intentions. May my presence on this planet benefit others. That's only things. Nothing else. So they take all the stress, So you are not nervous because why? Not worry about yourself, So always tell the truth. Tell the truth. People have, eventually they'll find out. You can say something now, make them happy. Eventually they'll find out it's not true. No good, no good. So you can let people can give you advice. They can give you, advice on what?
Like Buddhist topics.
Yeah, Buddhist topic. So make sure that you say something, it has source, originated in something, rather than you just make things up. So if you really want to make things up, first that it has to work with you. If it works very well with you, it makes you happy, calm, peaceful. Oh, then that you have experience, maybe you can share. Maybe it will benefit somebody else because it helps you so much. Otherwise, doing something out of attachment probably is not the best. So you can give advice, you can give, religious talks, give advice, but it always has to be the bottom line. Always give the right information, because they make sure their interest doesn't get waste. Their dedication to the path is not going to just waste. This path will lead them something. Oh, Washington D.C. pointing to Florida. Oh, go there, so you'll get there. That's the wrong path. They're never going to get Washington D.C. They'll go end up in Florida. Even though it's much farther away from here, just point the right direction. Oh, this is probably 100 more miles extra. Oh, that's the way to go. If you want to go, you go there, so you'll get there. So like that. Always has to show the right path, because their interest, make sure their interest doesn't get waste. What do you say?
Okay.
Uh,
What is the
you are also welcome to contribute. Please, if you want to say something, raise your hand. Also, we like to hear from you. We like to also hear from you if you want to contribute something. Okay. Yeah.
Does anyone have a question in the Gamba?
Or input, or maybe answer. So
Or
give me
answer.
some break. Yeah. So you feel free to raise. So continue now. Maybe if they will raise.
Okay. What is the difference between, or is merit the same as karma?
Yeah, positive karma.
Okay.
We don't need to get into very details. We are not going to debate. We are not going to have here debate class. If you're not there, if you want to debate, see the monastery courtyard. So the monks, they like rope their tie here. They go like this. It's not like they are practicing kung fu. They are like actually studying Dharma. So they debate. They don't accept. Oh, this is West. How? You don't say okay. You don't say okay. How this is West? Maybe this is not. That's why you debate. Then you say. Then you probably measure. If you have a compass will show which is north, which is east. So that's why you debate. Well, enlightenment is very possible. How? So then the debate, So in that case, the difference between positive karma and merit, merit is positive karma, lightly speaking. If you want to go into very details, so then need to be precise. So I think here we don't need to be precise.
We have another one.
Oh.
How can we best accompany or give comfort to a dying animal?
That's a tough question. Any contributions? Any donations, please? Yeah. And,
I didn't have my readers on, so I couldn't see. I think, so I just lost my dog that I'd had for like 14 years last year. And I actually read the Tibetan book for Living and Dying. Is that right? Did I get that right? Okay, thank you. And it was super helpful. I read it to her. And then I had recordings of All Money Pay Me Home. And I just had her in a very comfortable, like she was actually on my cushion, right above my altar, and just try to keep her comfortable, but chanting and reading to her. And that process of that book really helped. It probably helped me mostly, but it also helped, I felt, for her to hear the Dharma as she was passing. And so that's what I did for her. And then when she did pass, we let her lay there and kept the audio recording of the Om Mani Padme Hum for a good day before we then, transferred the body to the vet. So anyway, that's sort of what I did. Whether that is appropriate, I don't know, but it felt like that was what she would need as she's passing and what I needed for that transition.
Yeah, that's very good. That's wonderful things to do. So, here we have a stupa. So here in the West, most people have pets. You can bring them here, going around the stupa. The stupa contains holy relics. If you bring around these Gambas now, center, lay out because the Monica worked so hard here. So now there's a perfect pathway around the center. All these holy scriptures, all these teachings go around, definitely benefit. Why I'm saying this? Because I also have cat. That cat was called Ningje, means compassion. Ningje is a Tibetan word, compassion. She is so big. People, when they come to visit me, so they say it's pregnant. It's not pregnant. It's a pregnant with the food. partially her waste blames go to me because I don't want to control. Well, that's what they like to eat, So because my brother in Switzerland, they have 7 or 8 dogs, not huge one, small one. So they feed them once a day. At around 7 o'clock in the evening, they go crazy. So they just grab bunch of dry food and just throw on the floor. So they just run all over the place. So sometimes both of them go somewhere else. When they come back, all the dogs are sleeping. They are not wake up because I'm feeding them all day long. So I can't stand. They are starving. So they wonder what happens. I say, they've been eating all day long. So the Ningje, so came from New Orleans when New Orleans has these hurricanes. And then 2 of them came. So the Ningje come very close to me. So then I asked the boy if I can keep. Boy was also displaced in California somewhere. The Ningje ended up with me. So I have altar in my room. I set purposely for her in the middle of the house. And I go around, when I do my prayer. And then I encourage Ningje to come with me. So then, first, I have to carry some trick her. Then eventually she comes. 1 round, no problem. 2 rounds, sometimes no problem. 3 rounds, then she cleans and all kinds of things. So become kind of customs. If I'm not there, she always, first place she goes to the altar room. One time the Julie came down, stayed there one night. Julie's doing prayer at night. Julie felt something, Ningje. She's following her. Then when I was in California leading some retreat, the Ningje was dying. Her bathroom is in the laundry room downstairs. I asked Gisam exactly, play some mantra. audio, some audio. Geshe-san was that she's laying down in her bathroom, kind of barely breathing. Geshe-san went somewhere. Somehow Nyingche managed to, there's few stairs, get out of the bathroom, come up, went to the altar room, sitting where I usually sit when I do my prayer, sitting there, but looking at the window, like outside. Geshe-san was thought like, that's impossible, they're almost dying. So then Geshe-san was something, then came back, somehow Nyingche turned over again. Then looking towards us, Geshe-san was nobody believes, almost like hand like this. So I know like, that's why bringing them around the holy object, so whether they have motivation or not, so bringing them around the holy object actually benefit them. So I thought that is like, I also hope I will die like that too, around the altar like this. So I think there's benefit. So as I said, like we all like to, like to be useful, and particularly in the someone we love, dearly love. So we want to be helpful. So of course, then it kind of like doing positive things. First, it kind of affects you. You feel like you do something good. So then definitely, Nyingche is the living proof. My cat, Nyingche. So, yeah, but when I first came here, Kadamba Center got me one cat. Looks like a dust ball, gray, tiny. One time somebody called, that's long power, 19 years ago. Somebody invited me to dinner. So now it turns out somewhere in like Cameroon village, that's called Washington Street. The street where the couple there I'm staying in, like the lady named Stephanie. She thought the cat is missing. I took the cat. I put it here. So tiny. I took her with me, so I can someone nose sticking out like that. Then she said, "Where are you?" I said, I'm going to dinner. Where? I said, Washington, D.C. She said, Washington, D.C. for dinner? I said, yes. Friend. That's my mistake. It's Washington State. I don't know. She really thought someone took me to Washington, D.C. for dinner. So that cat was, passed away chasing a bird. So then the Nyingche was second one. So that cat doesn't, of course, the prayers, but there's no altar to God. Nyingche, I think, really like helped the God so much, like going around the altar. So then also I recorded different, many kind of mantras. The Shanti kindly recorded, professionally recorded for you to use when there's pets getting like sick, the mantra to play and bring it here for the best thing. Anybody else want to contribute something for the questions? Yeah.
I had a friend who was a vet, and one of the things that he always told me was whenever he had to euthanize animals, he could sense that a lot of people found it too painful. So they would walk out and, euthanize the animal. But what he noticed is that when you stay with your animal when they're dying, it provides a sense of calm, and they're much less physically anxious, and like it makes the dying and the passing process a lot easier. And he's been a vet for close to, I think, 20 years. And that's one thing that he's always, said, that if you have an animal that's dying, you need to stay with it until it passes, because it's not only good for you, but it's also good for the animal too.
Maybe that's very true. That's very true. So that reminds me like something like, sometimes you feel like you have to say something, but we don't need to say anything. One time, Stephanie again, friend probably hardly come to Kadamba Center. I probably never came. You come one time. Her husband is dying. Nice man. We went to park one time or two times. He's teaching us some kind of play games. So he was dying. So I went. She requested me to come. So I went there. He's probably not familiar with the Buddhist teachings. I just went there, hold his hand, and I asked Stephanie, hold another hand, not the same thing. But of course, in my mind, I'm saying all the prayer, so I just hold their hand, probably just 15 minutes, something like that. So somehow it's greatly benefited him. So the next time when his son is visiting him, he's asking his son to hold his hand. So like, unfortunately, make his son a little bit uncomfortable with what I told him. Some probably don't understand what he's asking. So like probably he felt very something very good. We just hold his hand there, side of the bed. I just try to think something. Of course, there's a lot of bunch of prayers going through in my mind, but to say a word. So I think there's truth in there, just being there. So in the most difficult time, actually, most difficult time. Whenever Lamula, Tenzin Lama want to contribute something, any of you contribute something?
Yeah, Geshe-la, my daughter took care of our dog when she was dying, and she, Lama Zopa Rinpoche is her main teacher, and she like the student who spoke earlier, she played mantras day and night for the dog, and when the dog was sleeping, and she put sacred images all around the dog's bed, and she literally even put a copy of Lam Rim on the dog's head right at the end as she was dying. And basically, she just followed all the instructions for guiding the dog's consciousness after it died into a fortunate rebirth.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. So then sometimes it's also good to not just to focus on what you're losing. You need to also focus what it's going to become what it's going to become. You can greatly contribute to what it's going to become. Don't just focus on what you're losing. Of course, it's painful, not for you, just not for everybody, losing loved one. So that is also part of the complications, human complications. It's only a matter of time. That's the truth. So that's why I'm saying always good to tell the truth. People need to hear the truth. This one losing loved one is part of the human complications. So that's why through the meditation every day, you kind of reflect how many types, how many kind of human complications. If you become to be human, if you become to be animals, what kind of complications? If you happen to become celestial being, what kind of complications? You are still not free from complications, even though you are born in celestial realms. There's problems. Human complications. It's good to. That's a part of the Buddhist meditations that you're trying to remind yourself. Birth, aging, death, sicknesses. It's part of human complication. We cannot avoid. So if you say, oh, it's never going to happen, that's not true. That's not true. It will happen. It's only a matter of time. Time to stop now? Huh?
No, but we do have a request. If you could speak about the holy objects in the Gamba and the entire building so that when folks are circumambulating around the entire building.
Sorry, I now remember. 1 minute, 1 minute. Can you bear with me 1 more minute? I need to tell this story because the Dubba Tower. No. Birth, aging, sicknesses, death cannot avoid. Whether you like to hear or not, that's a fact. Sooner or later, it's good to know. So it's probably too depressing. There's not going to free you from that. That's a part of our life. Good to remind you, it kind of reduces the stress, amount of stress that's generated by going against the reality will be not there if you just reflect on daily basis. First 4. Second, Dubba the towers. you probably, there'll be probably many separations from your loved one, close one, friend, get fight, so whatever, no reasons. Today's best friend, almost you felt like you can give your heart to that person. With few unguarded word, tomorrow become the worst enemy. But that impermanent. There's no guarantee. Dukba the towers means losing close one, loved one. That's a part of the human complication. Whether it's a person, pet, whatever it is. Better to be prepared, make sure it doesn't become shock. Be prepared. Looking for someone, there's no guarantee you'll find. Looking for something, there's no guarantee. You may find, you may not find. Need to be prepared. Don't push yourself or make sure that you find that one, no matter how many lives it costs. Not good idea. You can't push, You may find, you may not find. You need to accept that reality. That's the reality. Looking for something that you badly want, you may not get that. Accept. Don't stress out. Don't push yourself. That eventually will damage yourself. That's not good. There's no wisdom. Yeah, so probably going to lose this body again. Maybe there's another body, you lose that again, you lose again. That's the part of the cycle. It's not like it's only happened to you, it's happened to everybody. So that's the part of the reality. Oh, no. So then taking rebirth again, that's probably part of that. So these 8 of them, you reflect in daily basis. When it happens, it doesn't become shock. You know, way before it happened. You know, way before it happened. You know, crystal clear. You know, way before when it happened. You are very clear about that, the reality. You know, it's not surprise, it's not shock. You know that. So it helps. Not because you like to think of suffering, no, because you are looking for a way out. So that's why you are thinking about the downside of this problem, So that's the benefit. Okay, so always, every day, facing reality rather than denying reality, facing reality, and kind of makes your life less stressful. So there's some pain here, some pain there. Well, that's a part of the package. There's nothing you can do. If there's something you can do, you must do. If there's nothing you can do, why you worry? It's not going to help. So there's no accepting reality will automatically reduce so many unrealistic expectations or stress comes with that. Sorry, there's so much been said. I think that's quite important in daily basis. Rather than focusing on something, some kind of fantasy may never happen. No benefit. There's no benefit. Always benefit. If you focus on something reality, there's always benefit. Now the importance of holy object. Importance of holy object. So very reason, center invested so much money, Monica led, then there's all many people, not just Monica, Monica took in charge, but you don't see, there's like, because of these people, otherwise, I never did anything here. I'm not the one who opened the center. I'm not like one who like fixed things here, put a new camera, make sure the sound works. It's all these, people, voluntary. So what I do, I pray every day for their well-being. I know them one by one, very clearly. Pray for their well-being, their family, on daily basis. So you do the same thing when you see, somebody moving here, touching here, begin the class there. These are the people doing all the time. Because of that, when you come in, clean, easy to sit there. It's causing somebody's time, a lot of time. So these people, have probably, I'm not sure how many meetings, probably they have a lot of meetings for the laying down that this, like path. So now this is done professionally, the center invested you to create merit, that's all. The very purpose of existence of the center is to benefit others, not to, how many people become Buddhist? We don't count that every year. Just want to helpful, that's all. make sure people come here, they feel free, they feel comfortable, they feel peace, then existing of Kadamba Center is accomplished. So here, so now is path, being the path, So then, as I mentioned, all these holy object teachings, entire teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa, his two main disciples, then this entire teaching of the Buddhas. You come here every Sunday. I've been thinking, maybe I should invite all these scriptures all the way from India. At least when you come here, you get some imprint. I'm not sure how much imprint you get just seeing me. So I don't feel comfortable. So now you are seeing this holy object. Definitely you get benefit. There's no doubt. Definitely you'll get positive imprint. I feel something good. So then all this in the holy object. So then going around, then you get so much benefit. There's many stories. You get so much benefit. And just benefit, it kind of also purify, remove all the obstacles, purify. If you go around with the positive intentions, altruistic attitude, we all get benefit. All the project that Kadamba Center is about to take on will be successful. More people go around with positive thought, more people benefit, so the people, a lot of people, all kinds of people, walks of life goes through the center will benefit, okay? Oh yeah, so what else? Yeah.
Thank you, Geshe-la. So first I'm gonna step back and say that Geshe-la and Geshe Sangpo John and I recorded a beautiful prayer session on video. And of course, I made the project way harder than it needed to be, so it's still not out yet. But I promise to get that finished for you so that you can use those mantras that they did just to listen to them. Okay, so that will be up within the next couple of weeks. Okay, it's beautiful. It's for you too, from the earlier conversation. So I just wanted to make sure that I do have that ready and we'll have it up very shortly. Okay, the Circumambulation Path has been a project that has been going on for several weeks. It's actually finished. We did do a very professional project. We had the money at the center to do this project already. So we chose to move ahead quickly to get it done for a lot of different reasons. And now I'm kind of pausing in a fundraising, not so much to raise the money, but to offer the opportunity for everybody to be involved with that, to create the merit if you choose to give to that particular project. Because so many people are circumambulating, because of so many objects in the center, it's about you getting the connection to this. If you choose to give to this, I think it's important for you to understand the merit of what happens and why we do it. And so one of the series that we're going to be doing over the next couple of weeks is to invite you to understand what these holy objects are at our center, how they got here, the stories behind them, so that we all start to feel this connection. We do come in, we sit every day, we look at this beautiful altar, but many don't know what's exactly up there and why it's there, or the meaning behind it. So we're going to do a little mini education series to allow you all to start feeling connected. I should be up on Zoom too, whichever camera I'm on. Just so people can feel connected to our circumambulation path, our altar, all of the holy objects, and think about all of the people here at the center over the years that have helped to make this possible. So I'm asking specific people, if you have a story, please come tell me, because if I can use it during this series, great. We'll put it up online so people can hear, but I want to know about these stories. And I'm going to introduce Donna because I asked her to lead this off because I knew a couple of big stories that she had with connection to some things at the altar. So enjoy. If you have stories for me about what the center means to you, about specific items in the Gamba or on the grounds, I want to hear them. So track me down. We're looking for those inspirational stories so that they can help others be inspired as well. Okay, so for right now, I'm going to have Donna come up and tell you her story.
Good morning, everybody. Whoops. That was the end. I just fell down. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Tara. We have this beautiful Tara altar, and Tara has always we've always had a very strong connection with Tara at this center. She has a strong connection with our lineage. We have Lama Atisha here because he had a very strong connection with Tara. And we've been doing Tara practice here for many, many years. And about 11 years ago, Geshe Geluk very kindly brought these Tara statues back here from Nepal, was it Geshe? Yeah, from Nepal. And this was shortly before the last time Khensa Rinpoche came, which was really quite wonderful. So when Khensa Rinpoche was here, we filled the statues and he blessed the statues. And we had a wonderful ceremony where we invited Tara into the center and we processed holding the statues in. And then when Khensa Rinpoche blessed them, many of our members had the opportunity to carry one of the Tara statues to him. I carried one, Sandy carried one, Susan Potter carried one. Elise, did you carry one? You don't remember? Well, anyway, a lot of us, Aaron carried one. So a lot of us were part of forming that connection to Tara and to Khensa Rinpoche, who is going to be here again very soon, we hope. So this is just one part of the altar. So we have Tara practice every month. Many people just have, really strong personal Tara practices in their lives. So this is one part of what we have in terms of sacred objects in the center that we are getting the benefit from all of these wonderful Taras and Lama Atisha every time we circumambulate the Gamba. Thank you.
And again, very briefly, for those that are interested, there is a book up on the altar that explains what things are for some of you that are new. So feel free. This is our center. It's our altar. It's our Gamba. Please come on up, really look at what's up there and see some of the pictures and look at the book. So I invite you all just to come in, be a part of the center, learn what is here and what is here for all of us. And if you are so moved, please donate to the Circumambulation Path fundraiser that we have going to make a connection. Okay, it is paid for. So this is an opportunity for you to make a connection, because if we help to sponsor these spiritual practices, the merit that we create for ourselves is vast. So just make a connection. I appreciate every single one of you, and you'll see the beautification that's going on as we continue with all of these projects. Thank you so much. Thank you, Geshe. Thank you.
Also, maybe we give big round of applause for Sandy, Linda, Donna C, Aaron, Monica, all the volunteers. Yeah. Because of their kindness. Also, like each time when I come here, now you see very floor that you're sitting on, donated by a lady, all to pass away. Each time when I come here, I pray for her. So now it's been many, many years. So her brother put it together, she funded. So she hardly come to center because she put her heart in the center. So this floor, okay? Thank you. Yeah, so now that's all. And have a wonderful Sunday. Okay, bye-bye. Huh?
Geshe dedications.
Teaching our mindfulness. I don't have mindfulness here. I'm teaching the mindfulness. I don't have mindfulness.
Please turn to page 246 in the Gold Prayer Book, 246. And we'll start with the dedication verses from Master Shanti Devas. May all beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, obtain an ocean of happiness and joy by virtue of our merits. May no living creature suffer, commit evil, or ever fall ill. May no one be afraid or belittled with a mind weighed down by depression. May the blind see forms and the deaf hear sounds. May those whose bodies are worn with toil be restored on finding repose. Make the naked find clothing, the hungry find food. May the thirsty find water and delicious drinks. May the poor find wealth, those weak with sorrow find joy. May the forlorn find hope, constant happiness and prosperity. May there be timely rains and bountiful harvests. May all medicines be effective and wholesome prayers bear fruit. May all who are sick and ill quickly be freed from their ailments. Whatever diseases there are in the world, may these never occur again. May the frightened cease to be afraid, and those bound be freed. May the powerless find power, and may people think of benefiting each other. For as long as space remains, for as long as sentient beings remain, until then may I too remain to dispel the miseries of the world. Now, go to page 244, the long life prayer for His Holiness. In the land encircled by snow mountains, you are the source of all happiness and good. All powerful Chenrezig Tenzin Gyatso, please remain until samsara ends. And then on page 245, the long life prayer for Sarah J. Kensei Rinpoche Jetsun Losang Dalek. The one who mastered his speech at a very young age. The one with great patience who received the name Alatare. The one with great precision who spread the teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa and Pleasant Boy, Lama ornament of the yellow hat tradition. Please remain until samsara ends. And then on 244, the long life prayer for Lama Tsongkhapa Rinpoche. You who uphold the subduer's moral way, who serve as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Manjunath's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplished magnificent prayers honoring the three jewels, savior of myself and others, your disciples, please live long. And now 7 Tara mantras for Geshe-la and Geshe-gelik's long, happy lives. Om Tare Tu Re Soha. 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 Om Tare Tu Re Soha.
Oh yeah, thank you. Thank you. All the people on Zoom and YouTube, thank you for coming in. Patagonia, Mexico, all of them.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Thank you.
Thank you,
So
Geshe-la.
meditations
Thank you, Geshe-la.
after this? Oh no. No? Yes. Yeah, so medicine Buddha meditations. Okay, medicine Buddha meditations.
Yes.
The break. Maybe you don't have to stay. Welcome to go, welcome to stay. So now class is finished. After maybe 5 minutes, we get together.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Thank you,
Gracias,
Geshe-la.
Ale.
Thank you, Geshe-la. Gracias, Alejandro.
Gracias, Ale. Gracias, Geshe-la.
Gracias por la atracción.
Hola, Metra, ¿cómo está? Hello, Jen, Fernanda, Marcelo, Peter, Maria, Emily, Alejandra, Javier.
Hola.
Thank you, Geshe-la. Thank you. Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
Hello.
Bien.
It's
Okay, we'll start meditations momentarily. If you're staying in the Gamba, come on in and have a seat. If you're joining us online, we're about to get started.
Probably this photo is yeah. I think more clear. Mm. So please sit comfortably, and of course, motivations. We need positive motivations, okay, to heal, to become healthy, physically, mentally healthy. For what? To serve. That's all. To serve. To serve others. That's the whole reason why you be physically, mentally, want to be healthy. Then you can do good things that has a ripple of positive impact on on the universe. Positive intentions. So then please try to give yourself 100% as possible. Okay. Rangi chivo. Rang means yourself, chivo here. Sanjay Manla, medicine Buddha, dark blue, bright. Even if you get a glimpse of that, that's it. That's good enough. Not to worry about maintaining that throughout the whole practice. Just mental image, some kind of mental image, facing towards, facing the way you're facing, same direction, form of light. Right hand, supreme giving hand gesture or mudra. Holding a medicinal plant. Left hand, meditative positions, holding a bowl filled with amrita or nectar. Immortality nectar, inexhaustible nectar, medicinal nectar, 3 different types of nectar. The bowls filled with 3 different types of nectars. Visualize center heart of the medicine Buddha, visualize the mantra clockwise, like almost like mala, clockwise, round like mala. While we recite the mantra, so the light emit like laser beam. Then also simultaneously nectars, amrita, 3 different types of amrita, immortality, inexhaustible, medicinal amrita. flows through your crown chakra. Fill your body from the tip of the top all the way up to your crown chakra. Purify all the sicknesses that are related to the physical body and all the sicknesses related to the mind. What that means, disturbing thought. Each and every one of them completely purify. Your body become crystal clear, like crystal, very clear like crystal. Means no sicknesses, no disease. Physical disease, mental disease refer to disturbing thought, free of disturbing thought, free of health problems. If you're visualizing loved one, close one, everyone around you, do the same thing. While we recite the medicine Buddha mantra, nectar and the light continuously. Immediate nectar flows central heart of the medicine Buddha from through the mantras. For you, for all the beings you are visualizing, your loved one, close one, deceased person, all of them. Do long mantra 21 times, first 7 dedicated to purify physical complications, problems, health issues, all of that. Second 7 dedicated to all the speech, related to the speech. Negative karma completely purifies. Third 7 related to the mind, the particular disturbing thoughts completely purify, mentally become healthy. Then you enjoy healthy body, healthy mind, healthy speech. Then whole life become healthy. Okay. So Lamala will lead the mantra. So then continuously visualize nectar flows.
Om Namo Bhagavate Bekkanse Guru Beryurya Tabarazaya Tathagataya Arhate Samyak Sambuddhaya Teyata Om Bekkanse Bekkanse Maha Bekkanse Bekkanse Raja Samugate Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Bekkanse Guru Beryurya Tabarazaya Tathagataya Arhate Samaksam Buddhaya Teyata Om Bekkanse Bekkanse Maha Bekkanse Bekkanse Raja Samugate Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Bekkanse Guru Beryurya Tabarazaya Tathagataya Arhate Samaksam Buddhaya Teyata Om Bekkanse Bekkanse Maha Bekkanse Bekkanse Raja Samugate Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Bekkanse Guru Beryurya Tabarazaya Tathagataya Arhate Samaksam Buddhaya Teyata Om Bekkanse Bekkanse Maha Bekkanse Bekkanse Raja Samugate Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Bekkanse Guru Beryurya Tabarazaya Tathagataya Arhate Samaksam Buddhaya Teyata Om Bekkanse Bekkanse Maha Bekkanse Bekkanse Raja Samugate Soha Namo Bhagavate Bekkanse Guru Beryurya Tabarazaya Tathagataya Arhate Samaksam Buddhaya Teyata Om Bekkanse Bekkanse Maha Bekkanse Bekkanse Raja Samugate Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Bekkanse Guru Beryurya Tabarazaya Tathagataya Arhate Samaksam Buddhaya Teata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Bekanze Guru Bedurya Chabarazaya Tathagata Arhate Samyaksam Buddhaya Teata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Bekanze Guru Bedurya Chabarazaya Tathagata Arhate Samyaksam Buddhaya Teata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Bekanze Guru Bedurya Chabarazaya Tathagata Arhate Samyaksam Buddhaya Teata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate So Namo Bhagavate Bekanze Guru Bedurya Chabarazaya Tathagata Arhate Samyaksam Buddhaya Teata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Bekanze Guru Bedurya Chabarazaya Tathagata Arhate Samyaksam Buddhaya Teata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Bekanze Guru Bedurya Chabarazaya Tathagata Arhate Samyaksam Buddhaya Teata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Bekanze Guru Bedurya Chabarazaya Tathagata Arhate Samyaksam Buddhaya Teata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate So Namo Bhagavate Bekanze Guru Bedurya Chabarazaya Tathagata Arhate Samyaksam Buddhaya Teata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Bekanze Guru Bedurya Chabarazaya Tathagata Arhate Samyaksam Buddhaya Teata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Bekanze Guru Bedurya Chabarazaya Tathagata Arhate Samyaksam Buddhaya Teata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Bekanze Guru Bedurya Chabarazaya Tathagata Arhate Samyaksam Buddhaya Teata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Bekanze Guru Bedurya Chabarazaya Tathagata Arhate Samyaksam Buddhaya Teata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Bekanze Guru Bedurya Chabarazaya Tathagata Arhate Samyaksam Buddhaya Teata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Bekanze Guru Bedurya Chabarazaya Tathagata Arhate Samyaksam Buddhaya Teata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha.
So now visualize the very medicine of Buddha they have been visualizing on your crown chakra. Dissolve through your central channel. Completely purify physical problem, mental problem, completely purify simultaneously all the beings that you've been visualizing around you. And there are also medicine Buddha on their account, also dissolve through their central channels and remain into the heart chakra. And increase their immune system to fight back any disease. Or knowledge, increase knowledge. Understanding of knowledge. Any meditative experience increase tremendously. Now dedication.
Due to the merit of these virtuous actions, may we quickly attain the state of medicine Buddha and lead all living beings without exception into that enlightened state. May all who are sick and ill quickly be freed from their ailments. Whatever diseases there are in the world, may they never occur again. May all beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, obtain a notion of happiness and joy by virtue of may all beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, obtain a notion of happiness and joy by virtue of our merits. May all beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, obtain a notion of happiness and joy by virtue of our merits. Are you finished? Oh yeah, oh sorry. Yeah, okay, thank you. Well done, thank you. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Thank you,
Well,
Geshe-la. Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Geshe-la.
Thank you, Ram.
Thank you. Geshe-la. Thank you.
Thank you, Lamala. Thanks, Linda. Thanks, Donna.
Thank you, Gadampa Sundar.